Football, for the love of the game.
Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon. Thank you guys for joining me again. Day 13. So it's already day 13 of our AFCON daily show. We're just trying to be consistent because I promise at the start of the AFCON that I want to do this show on daily basis. That I cannot, it's not possible for me to come and do live videos every day. At least if I record like 10-15 minutes, that should be enough. And I know that sometimes I'll be tempted to do it live so I can engage with you guys, but it's very difficult. If I promise 15-20 minutes, I will end up spending 1 hour. If I promise 2 hours, it might be 4 hours. So just think that it's sustainable for us to do it this way. And I want to appreciate you for always finding time to watch this video. And also it's like, please guys, don't forget to like the video if you are not a subscriber, because 60% of those that watch our videos are subscribers. 40 are not. Guys, if you are still there, please subscribe to this channel. Please like the video and subscribe to it. So this is actually what AFCON daily show, day 13 already. And on Saturday, Senegal outclassed Sudan. That was the first game of the show, of the second round. I don't think anybody will be surprised that Senegal beat Sudan, because this is what is meant to actually what happened. When I saw the stats, Senegal had a chance of like 95% to win the game, Sudan 5%. So if Sudan should beat Senegal, that's going to be like a major world casualty. So the game started by Sudan scored the first goal through Abdullah. Senegal equalized after constant pressure through Papa Gueye. He also scored the second goal in the 45th minute before Mbaye scored the final goal. It was a very good, comprehensive performance. I don't think there was at any point in that game that Senegal looked as if that the game might be going away from them. They were in control of that game. They dictated the pace of that game, and they got the result that actually wanted. So this is what you get from a big team: the composure. Make sure you do the needful. Then if you do the needful, then I think the result will actually come. And that was actually what Senegal did in that game. So now they qualified for the quarterfinal. So what did they normally need to do in the last AFCON? The last AFCON, they also finished third, finished first in their group. They faced Ivory Coast that finished third in their group, and they crashed out to Ivory Coast on penalties. But this time around, Papa Chow, the coach of Senegal, was a very, very good team. Was able to actually arrange the team very well, and actually won the game. Don't forget that today there was no Kailo Koulibaly, in the Senegalese team, but the guys that came in, they did very well. And shout out to Papa Gueye, he took the game to Sudan, and he actually got 2 goals. In fact, he got to the state that Papa Gueye was on a red card, hat-trick. That would have been very good if he had scored hat-trick today. So that's the first game today. Second game was between Mali and Tunisia. This was a game that I got it wrong in my prediction, and that's why everybody predicted Mali to win, and I said that Tunisia will win the game. And the reason why I picked Tunisia, I'm just telling you that I just think that there's going to be so many calls against Mali. Can Mali sustain it? But this is what I like about this West African team. Francophone team. They thrive when they push them to the wall. Like, they thrive. They got the red card, when Koulibaly got sent off after a serious foul play against Annabelle, the 26 minutes. So Tunisia, they piled pressure on Mali, but that pressure wasn't, Mali looked comfortable. I'm going to say that. So until Chawat scored in the 88th minute. When Chawat scored in the 88th minute, we thought the game was over. So Tunisia celebrated. Everybody jumped around. The game was over. I just went to get, something. Before I came back, there was a penalty review against Tunisia for a Tunisian defender handled a ball in the handled the ball with his hand in the box, and I saw Bissouma, handling the ball, trying to play the penalty. I was just praying that, come on, I want Sinayoko to play it. So Bissouma, the captain of the team, handed the ball to Sinayoko, and Sinayoko put a perfectly placed ball back of the net. So that was how Mali took the game to extra time. And during extra time, there was no really attacking threat during extra time. I think when it got to like 110 minutes, I think the two teams just resolved that, oh, guys, we are playing penalty today. So, and I think after that 120 minutes, just before that, guys, kudos to Tom Santife, the coach of Mali. Immediately, Tunisia scored. He made a double substitution. He brought in Diakate and Elba Toure, the former Atlanta player, to pipe pressure on Tunisians. And after that, that was how they got the free kick. And from there, they equalized. So it was like a slightly balanced game in extra time. Towards the end of the game, Tunisia had the ball at the back of the net. The same Charlotte, actually, what Towers got the ball at the back of the net, but it was ruled offside due to VAR review. So, it was a very, very good game. And the Malian goalkeeper was actually the hero. He saved 2 penalties. Tunisia, one was off target. The Malians also scored three of their penalties. They lost 2 penalties too. So that was actually how Mali progressed to the next stage. So we'll now have our first quarterfinal. The Eagles of Mali will face the Teranga Lions of Senegal. That's going to be a very, very tough game. So before I move on to that game, I'll talk about that game maybe probably later. This Mali team is slightly different from Eric Chille's team. This Mali team, they can dig deep, get results, but the Eric Chille team is slightly about emphasis on how they play, they handle the game, they take the tempo of the game. That is what they do. And they still get results. It's about how attractive they enjoy themselves playing those games. But this Tunisian team, this Malian team is slightly different. They push their back against the wall. They are a team that just want to get that result. That is good. If you play against a team like that, the quarterfinal game is going to be very tough. Mali against Senegal will be very, very tough. So for tomorrow's game, Morocco this is probably one of the most one-sided games. We play against Tanzania. Tanzania, they are underdog here in this encounter. They drew against Tunisia and Uganda to qualify. To qualify this stage. And the reason why I'm even happy for Tanzania is that one of the hosts for next year's AFCON, for next edition AFCON is Tanzania. And I'm happy that at least they progress. This will encourage them that, okay, come on, when we play on home soil, we can get results, better results at home. So I'm happy that they progress. So they're going to be facing Morocco. If Tanzania take Morocco out tomorrow, that will be the biggest upset I've seen in AFCON. I don't think there is any other upset I've seen in knockout stage. I know that Benin probably against Morocco, but Tanzania against Morocco will be bigger than Benin against Morocco. So I expect Morocco to win that game. So they're going to be having Achraf Hakimi. Maybe he's fit to start the game. I'm not sure. But we'll see exactly how the Moroccan coach actually would set up the team. Second game is South Africa against Cameroon. So in case you don't know, Hugo Bruce, the current coach of South Africa, used to be the coach of Cameroon. He took Cameroon to win. They won that AFCON 2017. So he knows their team very well. In fact, one of his players, Ubasa Gong, is now the current captain of this Cameroonian team now. So it's like a journeyman. He's worked with different teams in Africa, Hugo Bruce. So you expect him to know exactly what to do against Cameroon tomorrow. But if you underrate Cameroon, if you approach the game against Cameroon like the way they approach Egypt and Zimbabwe, it's going to be trouble. And there's lack of confidence back home in Cameroon about this team because of this off-field issues Samadeto against Mark Bruce, against the president, against the Minister of Sports. Things not really actually were working well, but the coach, Pagbo, have been trying to get results on the pitch, and they finished second, won 2 games, drew 1, finished second. So now they face against Cameroon. So last time around, they played Nigeria the second round and they got crashed out under the Gobet song. So if Cameroon can beat South Africa tomorrow, they've already like what's it called? They've already bettered their AFCON performance last year. Yes, but South Africa, there's going to be a lot of pressure on them because they finished third last year. So they will be expected to win this and do better. For me, would I think will win the game? I think the game is going to be on the bench. If it's going to be on the bench, I think South Africa have a slight edge. It's just the way South Africa moved the balls around in the final third of Cameroon. Can the Cameroonians cope with that? That is my issue because, they will not allow Cameroon to have the ball. That is my issue. They will not really allow Cameroon to have the ball. So if you deny Cameroon of not having the ball, I think it might probably, I know that Cameroon have better individual players than them, but it's just the setup. South Africa play like a club. So if you deny Cameroon from having the ball, South Africa will take the day. But it's going to be a very, very crunch game. So I just tip South Africa to win that game. Small margin. But Cameroon wins it, I'll not be surprised. So that is that on our AFCON actually daily show. I don't want to be just a very short video. And I will see you again tomorrow for day 14 of the AFCON. So at some time, maybe probably during next week, you should be having the AFCON daily show from Morocco if we are able to make it, So I will update you about that. Thank you guys for your time. But I can tell you that one of the Maghreb teams, one of the African teams is already out of this AFCON, and that is Tunisia. 1 down, 3 to go. Okay, guys, I'll see you again in the next one. Thank you.
Dance football. For the love of the game.